Have you ever looked at a website and just wondered, how in the world did they get to the top of Google? Especially when they don't have a huge team or a massive budget? Well, today, we're going to break down a really simple, powerful, and maybe a little boring strategy that does exactly that. Let's just jump right in.
Okay, so this is the promise, right, from the source. It might not be flashy, it might not be the most exciting SEO tactic you've ever heard of, but the result? Getting to the first page of Google in less than a week? I mean, come on, that is anything but boring. This is the core of what we're about to unpack.
And that's the big question, isn't it? It feels completely impossible to compete with the giants out there online. But here's the secret. It's not about outspending them, it's about outsmarting them. And we are going to show you exactly how that works.
So here is our roadmap. First, we're going to understand the rules of the game. Then, we'll walk through 3 super actionable steps. And finally, we'll talk about what you do after you hit that publish button. Let's get started.
First things first, we've got to get our heads around how Google actually thinks. You know, it's less about having the single best website in the entire world, and it's much more about being the best possible answer for one very specific search.
And this slide right here really says it all. Trying to rank for a term like Apple iPhone, that's like trying to win an Olympic gold medal. You are up against Apple itself, all the major tech sites, global retailers. It's just not going to happen. But trying to rank for local iPhone repair shop near me, well, that's the local championship. That's a fight you can actually win.
So the whole game is about hunting for these low competition keywords. You can think of them as hidden gems. The big giant companies, they completely ignore them. But you know who's searching for them? Real customers. This right here is the foundation of the entire strategy.
All right, let's get our hands dirty. Time for our first real actionable step, finding your keywords. And to do all the heavy lifting, we're going to use a fantastic tool called SEMrush. And the process is actually really simple. You start with a big, broad term for your industry. So instead of getting super specific like SEO for drywallers, you just search for SEO. Then, and this is the most important part, you filter by keyword difficulty. You want to see the easy ones. From there, your job is just to pick out 5 to 10 keywords that are super relevant for your business.
Your goal is to build a little list that looks just like this. Just pop your keywords and their monthly search volume into a spreadsheet. See, you're not looking for one single keyword with thousands of searches. Nope. You're looking for a whole bunch of smaller ones that all add up.
And that brings us to a really important number. When you add up the monthly search volume for all your keywords, you want that total to be at least 500. Think of 500 as the magic number that makes all this effort worthwhile. It ensures you're going to get enough traffic to your site to actually make a difference.
All right, you've got your keywords? Fantastic. Now it's time for step 2, creating the actual content for your web page. And we're going to do this the incredibly efficient way, using ChatGPT. This prompt is your secret weapon, for real. You just fill in the blanks with your business details, who you are, who you help, the results you get them, and then you just paste in that list of keywords you just put together. This gives the AI all the context it needs to write something that's detailed, relevant, and perfectly optimized.
And don't even worry about the format. Whether you need a blog post or a landing page, you just tell ChatGPT what you want in the prompt, it'll structure everything for you. It is incredibly flexible.
And now for our third and final technical step. And honestly, this is one that so many people miss. You've created this awesome page, but now you have to officially go and tell Google that it actually exists.
You do this using something called Google Search Console. And I know it sounds technical, but it is just a simple copy and paste job. You take your new page's URL, you paste it into the search bar at the top, and when it says URL is not on Google, you just click one button, Request Indexing. And that's it. You have officially put your page on Google's radar.
So, you've done all the work. Now what happens? Well, this is where a little bit of patience comes in. Let's look at a realistic timeline for what you can expect to happen next.
So on day 1, that's when you hit that request indexing button. Over the next couple of days, you can just check back in to make sure Google has successfully indexed the page. Then, usually somewhere between day 3 and day 5, you can start actually searching for your keywords and see where you landed.
And hey, if you're not on page 1 right away, do not panic. The process is not over. You can always make your page stronger. Go back and add more helpful content. Weave in a few more of your keywords. Add some links to it from other pages on your own website. You can even try to get other sites to link to it.
So that's the strategy. It's so simple. Don't fight the giants, just find the open space. You pick the right low competition keywords, you create super targeted content,
and then you tell Google that you exist. It is so straightforward and it really, really works. So now, the only question left is, what's the first niche keyword you're going to go after?